ever felt like an All Your Basics capsule is confusing, difficult, impossible, or boring, then this is the video for you. In today's video, I want to talk about the process that I'm taking to really refine and in some way perfect my All Your Basics wardrobe in order to make it more personal, versatile, and exciting for me to wear all year round. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely stay tuned. If this is your first time here, my name is McKinney and welcome to my channel. This is less of a walkthrough of all of the pieces that I have and a lookbook of my All Your Basics wardrobe and more of a talk through of how I get from what I have to what I want and what my wardrobe needs. So the way that I started this process was I sat myself down in front of my closet. I hung everything up so that I could see everything in front of me, including knitwear, pants, jeans, anything that is in my All Your Basics wardrobe. I hung it up and I put it in front of me and I literally just took inventory of everything that was there. And I categorized it into tops, bottoms, jackets and cardigans, and shoes. So I'll walk you through briefly what I have here just so that you know. I have this beautiful puff sleeve Peter Pan collar button down shirt, two basic tees, a black one and a white one, a striped top and a black cashmere sweater that I hung up in this way to keep it from getting bumps in the shoulders. So if you want to know how to hang up knitwear in a way that is safe for it, definitely stay tuned on my channel and subscribe because I'll be sharing a tips video, a wardrobe tips video very soon. A floral skirt, a cable knit cardigan that is not hung up because I was wearing it this morning, five pairs of jeans, a black pair of skinny jeans, two pairs of medium blue jeans, one with zero stretch and one with a little bit of stretch, one pair of light wash jeans, and a pair of white jeans. That's a lot of jeans. A blue linen blazer, a denim chore jacket, and then 4 pairs of shoes. A pair of clogs, a pair of leather loafers, a pair of cap toe slingbacks, and a pair of comfy, trusty Adidas sneakers. After I took inventory of all of those things, I took a look at my All Year Basics color palette, and I asked myself, is this color palette still feasible? This is what my color palette used to be. And this is what it is now. I made some crucial changes. I took away the green and I added it to my fall winter capsule wardrobe because I was finding that my seasonal wardrobes need to have 2 different shades of green, a lighter, more olive green in the warm weather months and a darker, more almost holiday type green in the cooler months. And originally when it was in my All Year Basics color palette, I was having a hard time searching and purchasing for that color because I didn't think that it was going to work well or mesh well with my warm weather color scheme, and that was right. So I decided to separate the greens into seasonal colors. If you're interested in color palettes and how to create your own, both All Your Basics and seasonal color palettes, I have videos on both of those. I will link them down below and I'll link them right here. So I replaced that green with this beautiful navy blue, and I did that super strategically because I have a lot of black in my wardrobe right now, but I'm finding that black tends to be a little bit harsh for my features. And so while there are pieces that I have that are black that I really love and wear a lot, I want to add more navy blue into more basic and wearable options in my wardrobe. So I added navy blue to give myself that kind of flexibility. So you'll see that my All Your Basics color palette is essentially shades of blue and then neutrals, which right now is exactly what I want. I get pinks and greens and different kinds of beautiful earthy colors in my seasonal color schemes, so I'm not feeling the loss in my All Your Basics wardrobe. After I took inventory of every single thing and had my new kind of redone color scheme, I decided to pinpoint exactly what my goals were for my All Year Basics wardrobe. And I settled on 5 specific goals. 1, less black. 2, less white and more ivory or soft white. 3, more beige and tan kinds of neutrals. 4, more personality. And 5, more romance. And I think that both of those will just manifest in investing in pieces that are just a little bit not so basic, if you know what I mean. Wardrobe basics are definitely different for everyone, but there are some things that we do just tend to consider basic, whether that is for better or for worse. Things like t-shirts and jeans and button-downs. Looking at those pieces and opting for things that have delicate feminine touches to them, or just a little bit something that makes them different, like a print or a pattern. After I went through and I really pinpointed what I wanted my goals to be, I decided to identify the specific gaps in my wardrobe. And I keep all of this written down in a notes app on my iPad. I think it's a really great idea to document things, whether that's in a journal or on your computer or on a tablet or on your phone, because if we don't keep track of our ideas, then we inevitably lose them, and that's not going to help anyone. So for my gaps, I pinpointed 7 of them. The first gap is that I don't have any comfortable non-jean pants in this capsule wardrobe. And another one, which goes right along with that, is that in terms of pants, I only have jeans in my All Your Basics capsule. And so those 2 gaps are really important. And you've heard me talk about how much these past couple of years have made me focus on the importance of having comfortable pants. So I'll get to the kind of wish list or working wish list portion later on, but I think just based on those 2 gaps, you can kind of tell where I'm going with this. The third gap is that I don't have any dresses in my All Your Basics wardrobe, which is a real loss for me because I really like wearing dresses. Not having any dresses in my All Your Basics is a symptom of what my perception was of an All Your Basics capsule wardrobe when I first started capsuling. Super basic, not a lot of personality, just versatile to the max, which that is so great if that's your style, but it's not my style at all. So not having any dresses is a definite gap for me in my All Your Basics. The fourth gap that I identified is that I really have one jean silhouette. So almost all of these are straight leg jean silhouettes, which work for me well. And if you have a silhouette that works for you well, it's probably good to pay attention to that. But I also know that wide leg silhouettes work really well for me. And though I've tried to purchase wide leg jeans that work for me, I haven't found ones that I love and that are wearable and comfortable. So that is a gap that I identify and that I'm working with. I do have one pair of skinny jeans, and so that kind of varies the silhouette up a little bit, but it's still all very close to the leg silhouettes and nothing really stand out. The fifth gap that I identified is that I have limited tee silhouettes. So I have 2 basic tees right here, and don't get me wrong, these are workhorses in my wardrobe and have been for a while. But along with adding more personality, more character, more romance, I think it would be awesome to opt for a tee silhouette that has something slightly special about it. In the same vein, I have limited or no standout pieces or pieces with patterns. The only real standout pattern here is my beautiful floral skirt and maybe the striped top if you count stripes as like a standout pattern. I don't know that I do. They're kind of pretty basic, and I think though this is a handy shirt to have, I could go for more beautiful florals that really express my personality. And the final gap that I found in my wardrobe is that I don't have any cotton sweaters. So I live in Southern California, so I definitely don't need a large inventory of sweaters, especially in my All Your Basics wardrobe. I have a fair amount in my cool weather seasonal capsule, and I find that really works for the winter. But in general, I have very few sweaters that aren't in cashmere or wool. And I find that really puts me at a loss, because when I require something that is in between a t-shirt and a cashmere sweater in terms of temperature, occasion, whether it's more casual or formal, I find that that's a gap that I really miss. And back when I was wearing more gray, I had this gray cotton sweater that I got so much wear out of love at all times of the year. The only issue was that the silhouette and the color didn't work for me. It was a result of when I first started capsule wardrobing and wasn't really buying things for my own personality. So I know that that is a piece that I really, really miss and could use for sure. So after you've identified the gaps, now it's the fun part. For those of us who like to shop, and even though I keep things minimal and I try to limit my consumption, make it very intentional for both the sake of my wallet, the sake of my closet, and the sake of the planet, it's totally okay to create and curate a wish list that works for you. Something that is ongoing, something that you can just keep track of and revisit again and again to make sure that you're not making purchases just willy-nilly. And when you stick to that wish list, it helps you be more intentional and responsible with your purchases. With my working wish list, I went through all of my gaps and I figured out what is it that is going to fill these gaps in my wardrobe. So the first one to fill the gap where I don't have any comfortable non-jean pants is a pair of pants with an elasticated waistband in my All Your Basics. I recently added one to my warm weather capsule and I wanted to wear it so much like right now when I just bought it, but it didn't fit my current color scheme. So I moved it to my spring summer capsule and I need one to fill my All Your Basics capsule. That is of crucial importance, like that is high priority, along with the second one, which is a trouser pant. Now, I love the look of a trouser pant because I really enjoy kind of academic kind of vibes. I think that is definitely one of my style personas that I like to lean into. So a trouser pant would be a really good option when I don't want to wear jeans or when I need something slightly more formal, but it can also be dressed down, which I think is so fun. The third item on my wish list that specifically fills a gap is a pair of wide leg jeans. Now I have purchased and gotten rid of pairs of wide leg jeans that just haven't worked for me. So I'm going to trudge very carefully through this territory because I don't want to purchase another pair of wide leg jeans that I'm going to part with or end up selling on Poshmark or end up turning into a pair of shorts, which is what I have done with the past 2 pairs of wide leg jeans that I purchased. So this is going to be one that is probably going to take some time until I find the right pair, one that fits in my waist and in my hips. That is the number one thing, finding something that fits in my waist and in my hips and doesn't just make me so uncomfortable. The fourth item on my wish list is a beautiful seasonless dress that has like a romantic or flowy aspect to it. I would really love something that is maybe a button-down silhouette, but that is really feminine, one that comes in at the waist, one that is pretty long. I tend to prefer longer dresses over shorter dresses. That's just what I like to style, and I think it suits my personal style more than a short dress would. The fifth is a flowy floral top, something that I can wear whenever I don't want to wear a button down with a collar, something that has a lot of movement and character, but something that is still really layerable, that can go under jackets and blazers, and that can go under cardigans, things like that. Next is an ivory cotton sweater. So I love ivory and I'm moving away from white and more into warmer whites. I find that those stark basics aren't the best on me and I like to keep things warm up near my face. And so something in a beautiful ivory that is in a cotton would be an excellent addition to my wardrobe. I have no doubt. It would be so utilized. And the last thing is a t-shirt that is in a fun silhouette. Now it doesn't have to be just like this kind of t-shirt silhouette. It can have ribbing or it can have buttons, much like this one from my fall winter capsule wardrobe, but maybe with a beautiful lace trim or a pattern, something that really brings in some character, but that still suits the color scheme of what I have going on so that I can wear it with the pieces that are already existing in this wardrobe now. I'm certainly not in a position to go out and purchase all of these things all at once, and even if I did, that would kind of defeat the purpose of capsule wardrobing. It is supposed to be a slow process. Slow fashion doesn't just mean buying from slow fashion retailers. It also means making your decisions and making your purchases really slowly and intentionally. So one thing or two things at a time, I think, is the best way to make sure that I'm making the right decisions going forward. So let's just recap the process really quick so that you can apply it to your own All Your Basics capsule wardrobe if you're interested in taking an inventory to help propel your wardrobe into the new year and to really set yourself up for success. So the first thing you want to do is put everything in front of your eyes and make an inventory of everything in your All Your Basics wardrobe. Second, analyze your current color scheme and ask yourself if it's still working for you. 3, identify the goals that are really important for you and for your capsule. 4, identify the gaps that need to be filled in your capsule wardrobe so that you can, number 5, curate a wish list that works for you. One that you can add things to, take things away from, and that you can really help govern your future purchases so that they are all made responsibly. So that's that for today's video. I hope that it was helpful. I know it's a little bit of a longer one, but I think it's important to take the time to really explore these processes. Setting yourself up for a successful All Your Basics capsule wardrobe is one of the most important things that you do when you start capsuling. So take the time to do that. Pour yourself a cup of tea or a good drink and just walk through this process with your own clothes so that you can have a better idea of what you need to do in the future to create your dream wardrobe and one that you love and will wear for years and years and years. So once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And if you liked this video or found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram so that you can watch reels like this and like this. And of course, thank you so much for watching. It's always an honor to spend this time with you. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I hope that you have an awesome, awesome week. Bye!